We are about to watch a video of an Israeli living in Ohio who spoke to the county. He had a council presentation. I know this individual personally. His name is Rami. Stick around until the end. It's an incredible speech. Let's get into it.
My name is Rami Feinstein, and I am a proud Israeli living here in Akron, Ohio. I understand that some people have been coming here and urging you to boycott my country. First, I want to assure you that no one in Israel is having a discussion whether to boycott Summit County, Ohio, or any other county for that matter. It is okay to criticize Israel. But sadly, many here in America are trained to disguise their hatred of the Jewish state, present it as a concern for human rights. So how can we detect this kind of hypocrisy? Let's ask some questions. First of all, is Israel the only country that you want to boycott? Is the rest of the world perfect? Russia, Iran, Syria, Yemen. If Israel is the only country singled out, perhaps this isn't about human rights. This is about hatred for the Jewish state. If someone speaks about the Palestinian suffering, do they also condemn the biggest Palestinian oppressor, Hamas, the corrupt leadership, stealing billions from their people, Hamas, which has refused elections since 2007, using civilians as human shields, firing from kindergartens and hospital. Hamas that committed unspeakable atrocities in October 7. Are they all accountable for starting this war? 250 hostages, babies, women, elderly. Question, when they scream, "Free Palestine," who actually is going to be free in Palestine? Are women going to be free in Palestine? LGBTQ, blacks, Christians? Are Jews going to be free in Palestine? Or only Muslim men that submit to a terror jihadi regime? Another question, are they really criticizing Israel for something we did, or are they opposed to the fact that we exist, living and breathing and speaking Hebrew in our ancestral land? There are 57 Muslim countries, 22 Arab countries, and only one Jewish state, and they call this colonialism. How stupid do you think we are? They call Gaza an open prison, but do they ask you to boycott Egypt, that also has a border with Gaza? Why not also hold Palestinian leadership accountable for decades of rejecting peace and fueling violence and terror? It was never about coexistence for them. They want to erase and replace Israel, and they say that out loud. We only need to listen, and we need to listen here in Akron, Ohio, because the imam is giving speeches in Kent University praising October 7, and we know that words like these can lead towards violence against Jews here in Akron, Ohio. So if you call for the boycott of Israel, let me be clear. We see you for the hypocrites that you are. Jews are now defending themselves in this world, and Jews are fighting back, and you need to get used to it. Thank you so much.
Wow. I sorry, my mic is off here. Couldn't hear myself. Rami says a couple of things. You know, everything that he said is so spot on, but one in particular really sticks with me, which is, are people, are they boycotting Israel because of all of the issues that Israel is causing, or are they boycotting Israel just because it's the only Jewish state where people are allowed to practice their language, Hebrew, in their ancestral homeland? And I've said for a long time that there is a lot of envy and jealousy that is disguised by other means to claim that you hate Israel for X, Y, or Z, you hate the Jewish people, you're anti-Zionists, you're not anti-Jew, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we have this phrase in English, if you don't have haters, you ain't popping. And it's a way of saying, if people aren't talking poorly about you, talking shit, talking behind your back, well, then you're not really making any noise. You're not doing anything. You're not progressing. You're not actually trying to make yourself something in life. You're not actually reaching high levels of success, because we see that anytime a professional athlete, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, any of the greats at what they've done, well, it's so easy for people to hate. It's so easy for people to just choose to talk behind their backs and find ways to, pick at them and criticize them and say why they're not good at this. But if you don't make any noise in the world, nobody's going to talk about you. Now, Jewish people historically have always been an ethnic minority since Jews have been alive. And Jewish people have pulled off the unthinkable, which is face tremendous amounts of discrimination like other people have, face lots of persecution, pogroms, everything historically. And yet they have found themselves to be resilient. They found themselves to be determined. They found themselves to be very successful. They have found themselves to fight adversity at all levels and all costs forever, because that is our story. We've had no choice but to deploy these things in our life in order to survive. And we have found ourselves in a position to establish our own state after we have returned to our homeland, after so long of not having our own, after so long of continuing to be persecuted against, after so long to experience racism and anti-Semitism, and people always choosing to find other reasons to mask what I do think is envy. It's people being envious of the fact that Jews have found themselves to be successful. But then they say, oh, you guys run the world, you run the banking system, you run Hollywood. I mean, even if you just look at the Oscars a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where no other land won an Oscar award, talking about how there's no other land for the Palestinians. And people want to sit here and tell me that Jewish people, the Israelis, the bad guys, they run Hollywood. The hypocrisy is insane. And I love the way Rami ended his speech by saying, people better get used to the fact that Israelis and Jews are speaking up for themselves. Boy, oh boy, does that hit home for me. You better get used to it. Ohio, you better get used to it. Boston, New York, California, Texas, everything in between, Canada, South America, Europe, Asia. What do you think? We're not going to speak up for ourselves? You think that the intimidation against Jewish people, the intimidation, the fear factor against Israel, you think that that's what it's going to do? You think it's going to make us close our mouths and not speak up? The truth is too important not to share. That is why I do this. That is why Rami sits in front of the county in Ohio talking as a proud Israeli on the other side of the world, speaking up, calling out the hypocrisy. I love this speech. Rami is amazing. He's doing incredible work. And that is pretty much it. Make sure you go share this with as many people as possible. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. I'll see all of you next video. Introducing to you the hottest new series coming out of the Holy Land, The Israel You Don't See, where I provide a boots on the ground reality every single week, uncovering the untold stories of your everyday Israeli people. It is only accessible here on Patreon every single week. The link is in the description. Join right now. It is the best way to support my channel, and you can also support on PayPal or buy me a coffee. Thank you so much. I'll see you next video.